comes down to this. It's the final day in beautiful Hot Springs, Arkansas, inside Bank OZK Arena, where dreams become reality and legacies are made. Two teams, one goal, a state championship. It's the 4A title game. Westside matching up with the Pulaski Academy Bruins. And with that, we say hello. JB Brazil alongside Alyssa Orange. Alyssa, Pulaski Academy's first ever trip to the state title game. Westside's not been in 13 years. You know, emotions are going to come into play a little bit.
A lot of high emotions, and you talk about 13 years back in 2012. Their assistant, she was on that team. And so it's been a while, and they're both excited, but they're also going to have to calm those nerves. There's a lot of people in this arena. We're on broadcast. They've got a lot to play for, and I know they're excited for it.
It's going to be a lot of fun, a great matchup for Westside. Let's take a look at how they got here in the first round matchup. Westside got the bye. That's kudos to having a great regular season. Then beat Mina in a 3-set sweep. Brooklyn, powerhouse, 4-set winner. That sets up the matchup with Pulaski Academy. And for Westside, it's their setter, Maddox Curitin, who really sets up the offense.
She really does. And when we were talking to Coach Ziegler ahead of this matchup, she said she's just like a coach out there, like a coach in tandem. There have been times where I've wanted to go out there and say something, and she's already saying it to her teammates. And you see right there, 67 aces, 173 digs on the season. She's really someone that has stepped up. With Coach Ziegler coming in here and wanting to set a culture, she's been able to exemplify that on the court with her teammates.
Yeah, what's it going to take, though, for Westside to knock off PA in a big moment?
Well, this was something Coach told us as well. We're not as big as Pulaski Academy, so we're going to have to be able to be aggressive, keep the ball in play, and extend those rallies, and make sure that we maintain a level head. We talked about emotion. You cannot let the emotion of what this moment means be bigger than what it is. And, you know, it was funny. We talked to Coach Ziegler, too, beforehand, and she said, I was really pregnant the last time that I was here. And she had her son, Oren, on January 12th, and I asked her if it's changed her being a mom now. And she said, I didn't really think that it was going to change me, but it has helped with the stress and helped really push the training. And I get that as a mom of two myself sometimes. You don't think, Mother, it'll change you, and it does, but I'm sure it's made her a better coach. And she was hanging out with her son and her family last night at dinner, and he's here with her husband watching their mom coach. So
Westside's got a new little cheerleader in Oren for Pulaski Academy. Let's take a look at their road to the title game. They got the bye also, and then they played a really good win team who was in the state championship game last year. A 4-set winner over the Yellow Jackets to make it to the semifinal matchup, and a gauntlet 5-set victory over Baptist Prep. And now one team left in the way. That's the Westside Warriors. This one sets up really well for Pulaski Academy. Emmy Smith, the outside hitter, is going to have to really bring her A game.
She will, and she'll do that at the service line first and foremost, with 74 aces on the season and 265 digs. She's just a really big leader for Jason Lambert and this team, and hopefully they can get things going again using that height, and she's one of them as a senior outside hitter that can be really dangerous if they allow her.
What's the game plan for Pulaski Academy in a high matchup like this?
Use that height to the advantage. Really, we've talked about that as well. Be able to use that height that they have and the aggressiveness they have up in front of the net. And also, they're well rested. Coach told us we're really glad that we had an extra day of rest before we had to come down here to Hot Springs to open up this matchup today.
Well, the energy is high, and the crowd is rowdy and ready for a 4A state title game. First serve from Bank OZK coming up.
Okay.
100%. It all comes down to this. It's the final day in beautiful Hot Springs, Arkansas, inside Bank OZK Arena, where dreams become reality and legacies are made. Two teams, one goal, a state championship. It's the 4A title game. Westside matching up with the Pulaski Academy Bruins. And with that, we say hello. JB Brazil alongside Alyssa Orange. Alyssa, Pulaski Academy's first ever trip to the state title game. Westside's not been in 13 years. You know, emotions are going to come into play a little bit.
A lot of high emotions, and you talk about 13 years back in 2012. Their assistant, she was on that team. And so it's been a while, and they're both excited, but they're also going to have to calm those nerves. There's a lot of people in this arena. We're on broadcast. They've got a lot to play for, and I know they're excited for it.
It's going to be a lot of fun, a great matchup for Westside. Let's take a look at how they got here in the first round matchup. Westside got the bye. That's kudos to having a great regular season. Then beat Mina in a 3-set sweep. Brooklyn, powerhouse, 4-set winner. That sets up the matchup with Pulaski Academy. And for Westside, it's their setter, Maddox Curitin, who really sets up the offense.
She really does. And when we were talking to Coach Ziegler ahead of this matchup, she said she's just like a coach out there, like a coach in tandem. There have been times where I've wanted to go out there and say something, and she's already saying it to her teammates. And you see right there, 67 aces, 173 digs on the season. She's really someone that has stepped up with Coach Ziegler coming in here and wanting to set a culture. She's been able to exemplify that on the court with her teammates.
Yeah, what's it going to take, though, for Westside to knock off PA in a big moment?
Well, this was something Coach told us as well. We're not as big as Pulaski Academy, so we're going to have to be able to be aggressive, keep the ball in play, and extend those rallies, and make sure that we maintain a level head. We talked about emotion. You cannot let the emotion of what this moment means be bigger than what it is. And, you know, it was funny. We talked to Coach Ziegler, too, beforehand, and she said, I was really pregnant the last time that I was here. And she had her son, Oren, on January 12th, and I asked her if it's changed her being a mom now. And she said, I didn't really think that it was going to change me, but it has helped with the stress and helped really push the training. And I get that as a mom of two myself sometimes. You don't think, Mother, it'll change you, and it does, but I'm sure it's made her a better coach. And she was hanging out with her son and her family last night at dinner, and he's here with her husband watching their mom coach. So
Westside's got a new little cheerleader in Oren for Pulaski Academy. Let's take a look at their road to the title game. They got the bye also, and then they played a really good win team who was in the state championship game last year. A 4-set winner over the Yellow Jackets to make it to the semifinal matchup, and a gauntlet 5-set victory over Baptist Prep. And now one team left in the way. That's the Westside Warriors. This one sets up really well for Pulaski Academy. Emmy Smith, the outside hitter, is going to have to really bring her A game.
She will, and she'll do that at the service line first and foremost with 74 aces on the season and 265 digs. She's just a really big leader for Jason Lambert and this team, and hopefully they can get things going again using that height, and she's one of them as a senior outside hitter that can be really dangerous if they allow her.
What's the game plan for Pulaski Academy in a high matchup like this?
Use that height to the advantage. Really, we've talked about that as well. Be able to use that height that they have and the aggressiveness they have up in front of the net. And also, they're well rested. Coach told us we're really glad that we had an extra day of rest before we had to come down here to Hot Springs to open up this matchup today.
Well, the energy is high, and the crowd is rowdy and ready for a 4A state title game. First serve from Bank OZK coming up. Well, they are just about ready to go. Crowd coming to life for a state title game. Money's on the line, Alyssa.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. There are a lot of people here for this first match of the day, including a very impressive student section for Pulaski Academy. You can hear them, and they traveled well on Westside too, and this is going to be a fun one.
They really did. And Jonesboro a little bit further travel than Little Rock for Pulaski Academy. You can see them on your screen there. The red on the right, Jonesboro, or the Westside Jonesboro, and then Pulaski Academy on your left. Starting lineups for Pulaski Academy. They'll be the home team of the match. Emma Grace Kimball, Anna Catherine Svoboda, Rachel Ardoin, Emmy Smith, Lexi George, Sophie Greenwood, and Greenlee Elmore. And Greenlee Elmore will get us started for Pulaski Academy. First serve for the Bruins. And here we go. The 4A state title game is underway from Bank OZK Arena. And right off the bat, it's the block for PA.
And that is the height that Coach Ziegler was talking about when we talked to her. That will be Pulaski Academy's advantage.
That's the game plan for PA. Coach Ziegler talked about that. You're right. That's going to be the emphasis. For the Warriors, Emma Bird, Macy Milner, Kimber Wynn, Veda Watkins, Kirby Conrad, Maddox Curitin, the setter, and then Cadence Garland are the starters for Westside. 1-0 PA, though, early in set number 1. Westside back set. They'll go with the soft stuff. PA on the return. Tools the block. Nice job from Rachel Ardoin, and it's 2-0 Bruins.
A really good start, and this is where, if you are Westside right now, this is where that level head emotion focus. Try to get the side out and get the ball.
Coach Lambert even talked about that for his team, right? Keeping the emotions in check. Get on some runs early. That'll really help settle the nerves, and PA's done that thus far. Elmore, another serve. Problems, though, for Westside. They'll get a free ball. PA a chance to set up some offense. Elmore sets up to the middle, out of order, miscommunication, and the miscue gives it to Westside.
And that's the momentum they needed. Now they'll get into service and see if they can go on a little bit of a run.
Macy Milner, the senior, will get the duties at the service line. A little bit of a shank from Kimball, and they'll stop play as a ball was loose on the court. They'll reset and redo the play.
That actually might favor PA to try to set up their defense here.
Because they were a little bit out of system on that first touch. So Macy Milner will get to do it again. The head ref getting things sorted before we begin play again. 2-1, Pulaski Academy up by 1 early. The PA student section getting a little bit rowdy. Elmer back set. Off the block was Ardoin. Nice job for the Warriors. Get the soft block. Tipping it over. That was Kimber Wynn. Too close to the net. PA with the down ball. It's not going to make it over. Bruins jumped out 2-0 and Westside's equaled.
And this is what Westside wanted to do, is to extend these rallies. And if they can do that and set up their offense, that's what I think that they believe is going to help them have success.
Milner now with her 3rd straight serve. They'll go right side to Ardoin. Power ball, but it's kept alive. Swing from the Warriors. Wynn went power alley, but PA was there. Ardoin again, that time on the outside. And the attack, no return. Westside with 3 unanswered.
A very rare error there by Emmy Smith, who, again, we talked about how many digs she's had on this season for Pulaski Academy. Now it's the Bruins' turn to see if they can side out.
So big. The runs that you're going to have at a state title game, it's who can weather them the most.
And there it is.
Woo!
That's the power and the height that they need to use to their example. And if they can have those spaces, especially in these back corners, they're going to have success.
It's a really nice setup to the middle. High percentage.
Yeah.
And the middle hitter, Sophie Greenwood, ties this up at 3 apiece. Rachel Ardoin serve back row. Almost too hot to handle. Free ball for Westside. Elmore sets middle again. Greenwood found a hole.
Good placement there by Greenwood, and that just goes to show you have to have a good mix of knowing when you want to be able to kill the ball and then a little soft touch to find the open space.
Mixing things up perfectly. Found a hole in the defense, and Ardoin with her 3rd straight serve. Nice pass from Kimber Wynn. They'll go right side off speed. Elmore Sets up Greenwood again, just pushes it over. Greenwood's having a resurgence of the offense for PA.
And if I am PA right now, I just continue to feed her until Westside finds a way to stop her.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Keep going back to the well. Westside looking for an answer. That attack off the tip of the block. Went for the high hands and just got enough of them.
Well, and they're saying that PA tipped it, so that's a point for Westside.
5-4 now. Westside within one. That's the benefit of going for those high hands like that. If you get the tip, can pay dividends. Emmy Smith, she'll get one off the block as well, but it's dug up back row. Nice job from Milner. PA now the return. Elmore sets up Emmy Smith. Rejected, but kept it alive. And it looks like 2 touches on that one. Didn't get that pushed over cleanly, and we're tied up at 5. Back and forth we go.
Momentum shifted already.
Kept alive, soft block.
No one there.
Westside a little bit frustrated.
A little miscommunication there because there was no one to set it to.
Kirby Conrad was diving, trying to keep the play alive, then kind of looked to her teammate with her hands out. Miscommunication, perhaps 6-5. And I think in matches like this, sure, you need to produce your offense, but it's going to be the team that limits the miscues that usually comes out on top.
It will be.
Westside, back set. Nice attack from Kirby Conrad. Elmore.
Again, oh, what a spot.
Trying to sneak it in. And then on the return, it's Cadence Garland with a kill.
And that just goes with the feel of the game and being able to kind of have an idea of what each team is doing and where they are.
And you alluded to it earlier, you know, the hitters that can attack with power, but then also take something off of it to find their placement. PA responds, though, on the other end. Lexi George, the senior middle hitter, gets the kill back row.
And they love to have her in the lineup. We talked to Coach, and she's been dealing with an ankle. So to have her in this state championship game is going to be big for PA.
That's a good point. George rolled that ankle in the 5th set against Baptist Prep. Weren't sure if they would get her, but hey, that extra day of rest really helping out.
She's looking fine right now.
7-6, PA on top by 1 early in set number 1. They go with the slide, but Cadence Garland wasn't quite set up just yet. The attack goes long. Macy Adamits, the junior setter, now to serve for the first time in the game. Attack trying to go down line, but just ran out of real estate. I believe that was Kimber Wynn trying to tuck that one in down the line.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, trying to get it right there, because, again, when I played volleyball, we said if it was in, it's all the way in. There's no such thing as just in. If it's in, it's all the way in. She tried to sneak it, but didn't quite get it.
And that's where you see Adamits coming in to serve the ace, the first of the day for either side. Macy Adamits pushing her team's lead out to 4. That one's handled nicely, though, by the Warriors. And the attack from Kimber Wynn, too hot to handle. Wynn gets a kill and ends the run.
And this is where those emotions start to play. Just focus in, shake that off.
Kimber Wynn awarded to the serve. Lexi George, her attack. Nice job by Veda Watkins. The big swing off the soft block kept alive by PA. Emmy Smith, powerful, but it's sent right back. George tips it over. Scramble, Westside keeps it alive. It'll be a free ball, though. And PA a chance for some more offense. They go back to Emmy Smith. Soft block kept alive. Warriors, these long rallies are so crucial. Dig back row nicely from Sloan Campbell. Smith just has to push it over.
Well done to clean that up.
Powerful swing off the the block, and Cadence
And
Garland.
that one all the way in this time. It's all the way in. And that's well done. And again, that goes back to extending the rallies. And they feel like on Westside, if they can get a rhythm going and set up their offense like that, that is where they are the most successful.
How important is it, those long rallies, backbreakers for the opposition, right?
It really is on both sides, but you always have to remember getting back into position. Volleyball is such a fast-moving, paced sport that you can't let what you did affect what you're about to do. So you just had a great kill, that's great. You better get back in position to do it again or to play some defense. And so you got to make sure all 6 girls are in the right spot.
That's right, because Lexi George is coming. She gets a kill to push it right back out.
She's coming right back.
Now a lift for the Warriors, another miscue. It's a 4-point advantage now for the Bruins. Have you liked what you've seen thus far from PA? It seemed to really settle the nerves a little bit, right?
They have. I'd like for them to be a little bit more aggressive at the net right now. I think Emmy Smith has had some good opportunities at the net. Maybe Lexi George a little hesitant potentially with her ankle. I'd like to see her be more aggressive. But she's playing well, just like that.
Get aggressive.
Just like that. She might have heard me.
Cadence Garland sends it back, though. I think you're right. I think Lexi George has got a bug in her ear. She might be listening to the broadcast. That attack wanted to go high hands, but couldn't get a touch.
And she is such an advantage to this defense for PA. Just watch her jump at the net. She holds her hand. She doesn't even need to jump to do any blocking. When she jumps, her entire hand and her wrist are over the net. That's how high she jumps.
Huge advantage as a middle blocker, and that's what Coach Ziegler talked about, is beating the block for PA. Got to be quick on their attacks. Got to pick your moments. Out of sorts this time, though. Tight to the net. Garland tips it over on the party ball, and Westside ends the drought.
Some miscommunication that Westside continues to take advantage of.
Yeah, PA at times has had some what you think is going to be a nicely set up offense, and then maybe some touches that go a little bit awry. Westside, to their advantage, though, has taken and capitalize on those moments. George tips it over. Right there, though, was Curitan, the setter, and that swing finds its way through.
And that's when you're PA. You just have to just stay the course. And for Westside, you don't have the height, but that's where you try to just throw PA off their game a little bit, and they're having success doing that.
Really nice pass. Sets up George. That's cash money.
That is the aggression that I want to see. Well done by Lexi George to side out for her team and come take a break.
It's been the Lexi George show of late. Really coming on strong there in the middle, tight to the net. Emma Grace Kimball, the junior DS service line. Handled by Westside. Back row power from Macy Milner.
Macy Milner.
That was impressive.
PA is going to want to side out as quickly as possible. Do some rotations, get Lexi George back in here.
Yeah, get Maddox Curitan off the line, too. She's serving. Her ace numbers are incredible this year. PA's able to handle that off the soft block. Adamant sets it up to the middle, handled by Westside. Milner. Woof,
well done there by Greenwood.
Take a look at that, man.
And that's what you do when Lexi George isn't in the rotation at the moment. You just got Greenwood to step in her place.
What a luxury to have the defense from Sophie Greenwood and Lexi George. 15-11 overpass. Almost trouble for Westside, but they're able to squirt out of it. Bump set from Kimball. Ardoin tipped it over, but Westside sent it back. Now Svoboda into the game. Nice dig, back roll from Kimber Wynn. Milner, roll shot, kept alive. Back set, does it find a spot? No, trying to sneak it in.
She tried it, and she had success with that play before.
Yeah.
But she was just a little too close to this side of the net. Pushed it a little too far out.
And it's nice because it looks like a back set that your right side's gonna hit instead.
I love it, though.
Yeah.
I'd still keep doing it.
Go back to it. That attack from Sophie Greenwood kept alive. Kimber Wynn's roll shot. Now PA. Ardoin hammers it for the kill. And that was a player that Coach Jason Lambert talked about. Ardoin doing big things as a sophomore. Got a very bright future now at the service line. Curitin set. Go to the outside and Kimber win, but PA was ready. Emmy Smith goes with the soft stuff. Now the roll. Emmy Smith winds up, sent back on the attack. They'll go middle. The laser, but it didn't have enough topspin.
I like the aggression. Good attempt there by Greenwood. Snap that wrist a little bit more to get that ball just to drop a little quicker.
Your eyes get big when you're in the middle like that because it looks like it's going to be a kill, high
Great
percentage.
Service there.
Now Emmy Smith is blocked at the net. That's a great job from Cadence Garland and Kirby Conrad.
Well done there.
Kirby Conrad and Cadence Garland with the kill. Block.
That was Garland getting a lot of that. 2-point
You saw it
lead.
on her face. She knew exactly what she accomplished.
Svoboda hammers that one back row. No return from Westside. All the weapons that PA seems to distribute well. I think that was a key. Emmy Smith, Svoboda, Ardoin, George, Greenwood. They've got a lot of mixed in distribution.
They do, and right now that's what they're using to their advantage. Seeing if they can wear down Westside a little bit. If you're Westside, though, you're seeing some holes that you can take advantage of. Just keep plugging at it and keep attacking. You're going to find success.
Miscommunication. Garland and Conrad out of system, and PA's punched the lead out to 4. I think Coach Ziegler wants to talk things over. She calls the timeout with her team trailing 4. You can't allow it to stretch out too much further.
No, and if I'm Coach Ziegler, I'm just saying, hey, take a deep breath. We're doing really well and we're doing some good things, but now you get to a point where you want to regroup your energy a little bit and see if you can focus.
18-14 in set number 1. We'll step aside from Banco ZK.
The future of Arkansas PBS, its programs, and its irreplaceable purpose all rest on a strong foundation of community support. Help us continue to impact lives for generations to come. Keep good going with a tax-deductible donation of just $5 a month. Visit myarpbs.org/donate to learn more.
And out of the timeout, Berkeley Courtney Moore will be on the service line. Her first time into the game. Big moment for the junior. Westside back set. Courtney Moore kept it alive and then tracked down by Sloan Campbell.
Good for her to get her arm out there to just kind of stop it. She's rotating back in. This is going to get Greenwood back into the game.
Really cool moment for Berkeley Courtney Moore, the daughter of Westmore and Ashley Courtney.
I know that guy. Talking to him pregame.
That's right.
I know, he got to be a proud dad moment. I was like, look at you. You don't have to be on the broadcast with us today. You get to be a dad. Enjoy it.
I'm sure Wes and Allison are loving to get to see their daughter out there living her best life.
Yeah, I asked him how he was feeling. He said, I'm nervous. I get it.
Westside out of the timeout have scored 2 straight. Now back row swing. Did they get a touch? They did.
They did.
1
And that's
point
what you
game.
wanted out of the timeout. Now that's 3 straight points. You're only now down by 1, and that is exactly what Coach Ziegler wanted to see.
Wood must have just grazed the arm of Emma Grace Kimball. For the Warriors, a chance to tie things up on this sequence. Svoboda trying to make sure it doesn't happen. Easy chance now to set up the offense. Garland in the middle, and we're tied.
Cadence Garland with the kill.
Really like the energy that Westside came back out with out of that timeout.
Boy, talk about setting up the offense quickly with Lexi George in the front line, able to find its way through. Garland used some power, too. Conrad's serve handled back row by Pulaski Academy. Emmy Smith sent back. And now Elmore trying to go with the push set on the back row. Westside was ready, though, wanting a tip. not going to get it. Kirby Conrad's attack went long.
And, you know, I get that they wanted the tip because we've talked about how high Lexi George jumps, but I think her timing was a little bit off. By the time that she was at the peak of her jump, the ball was already gone past.
There was a good angle of it right there, but just not quite touching the fingers. So PA's in front
Good
by one, but
there.
not more.
Well done by Cadence to find that spot. She's working hard right here for the Warriors in the front row.
She's doing a lot right, mixing up her attacks. Power, soft stuff. That was not soft at all from Lexi George again in the middle.
All right, let's see if PA can take advantage of that, get some side momentum on their side.
2019 in set number 1. And now Emmy Smith at the service line, the senior outside hitter for the Bruins. 5 points away from claiming set number 1. Westside's only 6 points away. It's going to be a battle to close out the first set. Nice dig back row from Kimball. Ardoin swing, too hot to handle.
You mentioned she's just a sophomore. You know Coach Lambert's excited for what her future looks like.
Right down the power alley. Really good recovery, too. A little bit out of system, mid-system attack at Ardoin. Makes them pay. Emmy Smith serve. Returned by Westside. That attack from Milner. Kept alive. Ardoin, her swing. Through the block, past the back row, and it's back-to-back kills.
So stoic, too. Watching her, no facial reaction. She is all business today.
All business. Gotta love it. Pushes PA to within 3. The attack from Milner sent back. Westside scrambling. They'll get it over with a free ball from Curitin. They'll set it up. Adamits to George, and it's money. Timeout, Coach Ziegler, her final one of the set. PA and the faithful loving it.
Well done by PA to get some momentum after it looked like Westside went on a little bit of that run, but Westside here got to be able to get back and set up that defense after you make a big offensive play.
For Lexi George now, that's her 5th kill of the match. Tied her with Cadence Garland for Westside.
We'll love watching Arkansas High School Championship sports on Arkansas PBS. Then help us keep this incredible coverage coming your way. Just scan the QR code that you see right there on your screen. It is quick and easy to donate.
It's so cool to see how the sports evolve, but also the coverage as well. And Arkansas PBS does a fabulous job of broadcasting all these state championship games.
This is a sport we've talked to a lot of the coaches about this week, of how it's grown over the years and how big volleyball has become. And we get to bring it to you right here on Arkansas PBS.
Well, we're glad you're with us. JB Brazil, Alyssa Orange, a wonderful Arkansas PBS crew. Out of the timeout, Westside's looking for an answer, trying to slow things down. They scored 4 in a row after their last timeout, hoping for something similar. Really good pass. Set up to Garland in the middle. Nice play from Kimball to keep it alive. Ardoin, Milner with a nice dig. Quick tipped over by Curitin.
I like that thought.
Trying to kind of slow it down against PA. Now Ardoin, her attack back row kept alive. And the swing is a kill for Kirby Conrad.
That is what Westside needed right now to try to get back into this one.
Those long rallies after timeouts. Big for
Been
Westside.
working in their favor.
Veda Watkins serve. Now Milner. Off the block, Kimball. Back row, can't keep it alive. It's 23-21 now. And Coach Lambert, I talked to him before the match. He said he didn't call a lot of timeouts. He said, I like my players to go out there and kind of figure it out. But you got to think if Westside gets too many more.
He wants one right
there
now,
it is.
because
Yep.
he knows. He saw what happened the last time they came out of a timeout and went on a 4-point run. He doesn't want that to happen again.
We kind of saw that building, right? You're only 2 points away. Don't allow Westside. They had the momentum the last 2 points.
And think about how big that point to make it 23-20 was for Westside, because if Pulaski Academy makes it 24-19, that feels very daunting with a match point on the line. And so now you've got that momentum back, and you're able to see if you can put a rally together.
You know, I've been impressed with Coach Ziegler. You know, she was here last year as the head coach for Wynn. The way that she picks her moments and coaches in-game are really bar none. The timeouts that she calls, she knows how to get her team sparked and rolling.
She does.
As we take a look at today's officials, R1 for the matchups, Jay Morgan, R2's Rhonda Qualls, Scott Grady, and Kayla Braswell are the 2 line judges. Back to action, PA's timeout, hoping that it stunts the run against Westside. Veda Watkins serve. Nice diving pass to the middle. Lexi George, it's been there, it's there again.
That's what he wanted, and he knew exactly who he wanted to feed to get that point for PA. So this is huge now for Westside.
It's a really good set piece out of the timeout, knowing exactly how you wanted to set it up. Emma Grace Kimball with set point, her serve handled. Curitin to Milner, off the block, and Westside gets one back.
You now have Maddox Curitin at the service line, and we talked about her. She's got aces to her name, and
now PA trying to tip it over. On the attack, Westside drilled by Conrad. They'll get it now, a chance to set up some offense. Curitin's got option, Milner, back row! And she finds it past the diving Kimball.
both of these teams. And this is just our first set here, JB.
What is in store for today?
Feel like we've been here for a while, and here we are. It's exciting.
Curitin, who's been great at the service line. It's kept alive by PA. You gotta be kidding me. It won't matter though. Left-hand attack from Conrad, and we're tied at 24.
If I'm PA in that huddle, I just tell it, calm down, take a deep breath. You know, you have to win by 2 here.
Good
so just get the service back.
So you gotta win by 2 in a tie like this. It's the first to 25. Ardoin's attack goes long, out of play. It's set point for Westside, but Coach Lambert calling a rare second timeout.
Yeah, this is right where you want to be right now. If you're Westside, you can tell the crowd and the momentum is there. If you were Coach Lambert right now, you're just telling him to focus and trust your skill, trust your arm, trust our height, and just go out there and side out and make sure. And Lexi, I love this. We're sitting here right in front of the huddle, and she raised her hand and stepped inside the huddle and had something to say to her teammates. That's what leaders do.
No doubt about that. I think in matches like this, really, you make it this far, you're really, really good. It comes to those types of moments. Senior leadership, managing the emotions, and executing when it matters
Everybody's
most.
good, exactly. And you know that both teams on these sides of the brackets, they got here for a reason.
Sure.
So it's those little things. It's the timing. It's being in the right spot. It's following the ball. Those little things are going to determine a state championship.
No timeouts left for either side. Westside's hoping they just need one more. PA's trying to get a stop. Curitin serve handled by Kimball. They'll go middle attack. It's been there, and we're tied. Sophie Greenwood with a hammer.
Well done by Sophie, and she was over there encouraging her teammates too. She knows, she understands, and that's exactly what her teammates needed.
So now the setter, Greenlee Elmore, one of the setters, will be at the service line. Goes with the soft stuff, floats it over, kept alive, oh my! And Westside returns the favor with a kill of their own.
And I understand there, Kimball wanting to go for that one, but I think if she'd have left it alone, it might have been out. But sometimes in those moments, your instinct is to say, go for the ball.
Gotta go quick, as does PA. We're tied again, 26-all. Rachel Ardoin will now serve for Pulaski Academy. Who wants this first set? They know how big it is. Past the triple block! What a placement for Westside.
Really smart placement there. You saw that hole. The minute she got a triple block, she knew she had an opportunity to just kind of push it right over into no man's land.
That's a junior making a very veteran play. It's so easy to want to power that through. Conrad goes with placement, and it may lead to a set winner. PA's trying to make sure that doesn't happen, though. Emmy Smith off the soft block. It's punched the line. Emma Bird, Curitan, back set. That was Conrad. Now PA, and it looks like Westside was in the net. Tied again. It's 27 all.
I don't know if this is ever going to end, JB.
This is a great way to start these championship games.
I was just thinking that. What a great way to bring the energy this morning. Who needs coffee? You've got high school volleyball.
You got it. It's right here. Powerful swing from Conrad, but a great dig back row. They'll go again, a roll shot. Now Emmy Smith. Great dig from Veda Watkins. That attack.
Well done. And that is what they've needed. Their timing has been a little bit late, but not then when they needed it the most. Well done there.
Wait, that was Svoboda that got most of that. Wow. And now it's set point for Pulaski Academy. Sophie Greenwood trying to put it away. Westside looking for a stop. Curitan to Garland. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
They're going to argue
it was PA,
which side was in the net.
I think that's PA. If they go back and look, yeah, that was
That
Svoboda.
it was Svoboda's hand, and it looked like her hand when they jumped up.
There we go. I think that's the right call.
It is the right call, and I understand. She kind of knows it, too. She said, yeah, I kind of think I touched the net. She's not going to say it while they're debating it. She's like, yeah, I did that.
And a big play, because a point's got to go to somebody.
It does.
Now we're tied again, 28
Here we go.
Overpass. It's kept alive, though, but a chance for offense for Westside. Garland's pushed it to Kimball. She was there. Smith looking to jump ahead, but back row was Milner. That attack. Diving save. Svoboda able to push it to George. And that attack back row into the net. Another set point.
Yeah, and PA needed that one.
It's tough back row. Conrad, when she went up for that attack, the ball had already dropped so much, didn't really have enough time to get underneath it. Once you're in the midair, it's kind of tough to readjust.
It is.
Macy Adamits, the junior setter, a chance to put it away for PA in the first set. Bump set from Curitan. Garland was there. Free ball. PA a chance to claim the set. Smith, it's rejected. What a play, though, from Campbell to keep it alive.
Well done there by Curitan.
It's chaos. Curitan was there. Now bump set. Veda Watkins, free ball.
But that's not what you want.
Nope.
If you are Westside right now, you want to attack at the net.
George thought it was over, but Watkins back row. And now the block
That was just a
again.
frozen, and that was something. You're Emmy Smith. Nothing you can do about that one. Just froze right there. And that's going to happen, but well done by Westside.
What a play from Kimber Witt. Now she's at the service line. Adamit sets to George. Wasn't quite ready, just had to tip it over. Milner. Back row dig from Sloan Campbell. She's been huge in the back row for PA today. Quick setter dump. No problems for PA. Back bump set to Emmy Smith. Curitan to Milner. Dynamite.
And they have froze PA on these kills twice now back to back. And that is why setting up your offense for those kind of plays is so important instead of the free balls that we saw during that last rally.
This may be one of the longest sets in a state.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, well, that's right. Keep
We're just
on
one
rolling.
in today, JP. I know we want volleyball, but
Goodness. It's too early for that, right?
it is. Never.
Sit back was Emmy Smith. George trying to tie things up. Now Milner trying to claim this set. It sneaks
Well done by
through.
Westside.
Wow. What a set it was. Westside wins the first set. 31-29. Plenty of action. Action left. Don't go anywhere. We got a good one in Hot Springs.
Broadcast of this championship game is made possible by...
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas PBS Sports. Better connected together. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas.
UAMS is a proud supporter of Arkansas PBS Sports. UAMS Health provides orthopedic and sports medicine care across Arkansas, supporting athletes and teams throughout the state. Find out more at UAMShealth.com.
If you're looking for huge hits, big plays, or title game celebrations, we've got it all for you.
It's gone at the 11. Touchdown, Bryant.
It's the Centennial Bank State Football Championships live from Moore Memorial Stadium in Little Rock. And it all begins on December the 4th. For all the ways to watch and the complete schedule, just log on myarpbs.org/sports.
Sustaining membership is an easy, convenient, and affordable way for you to support the programs you love on Arkansas PBS. Sustaining members make an ongoing monthly contribution from either their checking account or credit card. Simply choose the monthly amount that fits your budget, and then call or go online and we'll set it up for you. Your donation will happen automatically each month, so your support will always be current. Need to make a change to your monthly gift? Just call or email us. You're always in control. Knowing we can count on a certain amount of revenue each month helps Arkansas PBS better plan for the future. Call or go online to start your sustaining membership right now.
For more than 50 years, Arkansas PBS has been a trusted resource. Our high-quality programs are seen by viewers in every corner of our state, making on-air sponsorship a solid investment. Aligning your business with Arkansas PBS offers a powerful blend of community engagement, corporate philanthropy, and cause marketing. And our viewers remember and appreciate businesses that support our programs. Contact us today for more information on sponsorship opportunities.
What a crazy finish to set one, 31-29. Milner sealed the deal in set one, and a barn burner of a first set.
And if you're Milner, you had such a good game for Westside to start things off, and that's exactly where you want to pick things back up. 7 kills in our first set.
How big is it going to be for PA to respond? Anytime you lose a long set like that, the team that loses, you feel like they've got something that they're going to prove, maybe, and overcome.
Well, and that's where you got to take a deep breath, and that is where kind of finding that level head and being able to say, okay, take a deep breath, we're good to go here. Because that was exhausting. That was a lot of high energy, and you went back to the bench, took some water, and now you got to wake back up.
Pulaski Academy hitting a $176 as a team in that first set. Westside higher, 237. A few of the miscues may have piled up for PA.
I say all that, but what PA really needs to do is rely on their talent and their skill.
Yeah.
They've got it. They've got the height. Use your advantage. Get back to what you do best, and that's everything at the net.
Yeah, and you look at where their production has come. Lexi George, 6 kills. Sophie Greenwood, both of those are your middles. They lead the way with a total of 12 kills. There's only 6 kills from the outside distribution.
And if I'm PA right now, keep feeding 11. Keep feeding her.
That's right. Westside trailing 1-0 in set number 2. And boy, been active all game. His Emma Grace Kimball diving safe to no avail. Westside gets another kill. You can tell the game plan, though, from Westside. Really nice job of making sure the pins aren't the ones beating them. They're allowing George in the middles and Greenwood to have their day, but they're trying to limit Ardoin and Emmy Smith. Is Smith on cue right towards us with a kill.
I got the ball. There you go. I feel like I'm back
Nice
playing
job.
again. I'm just kidding. Put me out there, coach. No, you know, this is a Westside program, and we talked about, even though they haven't been here since 2012, they've got a rich history and tradition of volleyball success. And so when Coach Ziegler came in, she said, I asked them what they wanted. And they said a conference championship and a state title. Well, here they are, and they're exactly where they want to be right now.
Big time. Emma Bird, the sophomore, with her first kill of the afternoon. This whole match has been back and
What a
forth.
serve right there. Very impressive by Emma Bird. And what I love best about that serve is it just grazed the net and then it just dropped. And sometimes when you're a back row player, you get frozen because it drops so fast. There's nothing you can do.
Big time ace from the sophomore. Pushes Westside in front by a point. Curitin gonna set it up. Off the block was Kimber Wynn. Elmore to Smith, rides the net, finds its way through.
Well done there by Smith, even though she probably didn't mean for it to roll down the net like it did. It did exactly what it needed to get them the point. Sometimes those just happen. I didn't mean to have it roll on the net, but it worked out.
However it works,
Exactly.
I'll take it, that's right. Macy Adamits, tight over the net, and it's an ace. That's her second of the match, big time from the junior.
And that is why they sub her in and bring her in the back row, because of her service and how successful she can be. And I don't think there's anything more frustrating from a coach's perspective than free points like aces.
That's right, serve receive game, you can win a lot of games.
Seen a lot of coaches roll their eyes on service situations and aces.
It's a backbreaker for sure. Another ace. Westside back up by a point. That's great serve from Kirby Conrad. Tight over the net again. The jump serve kill. It's an ace expected back for Conrad.
Emmy Smith, the senior, telling her teammates, let's go here, just side out. Because sometimes when those build, then your confidence starts to get a little shaken and you just feel the pressure of having to side out just like that. Now you feel that the pressure is on, and that is where mistakes start to creep in and you don't trust your fundamentals.
The execution from Conrad, 2 serves in a row that were hot and heavy. That one was just floated over, mix it up. They couldn't handle it.
She did that on purpose.
Absolutely.
You've seen her hit, and then she makes a mistake of her own, but you got to tip your cap to Conrad because she had 2 aces and she said, you know what, I see a massive hole right here.
Yep.
I'm going to just drop it in and see what you do.
And PA on the return, they're thinking, hey, we can't allow another ace. So they're playing on that back row,
Well,
crashing in.
unfortunately, if you're Westside, you just got them out of that situation that you had a lot of pressure on them in.
Now that attack doesn't find its way over. 4 hits for Westside and the point to PA. Emmy Smith's a good server. Good things have happened when she's been on the line this year. Adamits has been great also. Off kilter on that pass, out of system. And rejected by Lexi George.
Then I think she accidentally maybe got her teammate in the face, but that's okay.
Kennedy Wilson, the other senior, got real excited. I think Coach Lambert wants to make sure that they're okay. He's talking.
She's checking to make sure that Kennedy Wilson's all right.
The R2 to make sure, yeah.
She's laughing about it. I think she's good.
7-all. That serve just goes awry from Emmy Smith.
You don't like that. If you're PA, again, that's another free point for Westside. They didn't have to move to earn that point.
Kimber Wynn, nice serve, back row Kimball. Now to Ardoin. Dug up. Milner. They can't recover.
Well done by Milner there. She's having such a great match so far for Westside. That's her 8th kill.
Wow. Cadence Garland had led the way for the most part with 6. Kirby Conrad and Macy Milner really coming up big. And Garland on the overpass crosses the plane, and the Iskew is a PA point.
Man, I love the aggression there because that was a really good idea, and sometimes that just happens. But you see, we talked about Maddox Curtin being a coach on the court. She was telling her, hey, you can't do that. Go straight up. You can't bend your wrists like that.
If you go as a block, you can cross the plane, but if it's an attack.
Exactly, and that's what she's telling her. Say, shake it off. I love the aggression. Just make sure you keep those wrists straight.
9-all. Kimball's serve is a pass from Conrad. Now Milner back row. Emmy Smith was there. Greenwood off the block. Back set. Conrad. Greenwood. Powerful swing middle. Westside tracks it down, keeps it alive. Those long rallies, Westside's really done a nice job of their effort.
That's what they do best.
Ardoin.
Feeder 11. She's doing so, I am so impressed with the sophomore. She's also so serious. I love watching her play. She's so serious. I haven't seen her smile. Maybe I'll get her to smile.
Maybe that's the goal, right?
But I love it.
Well, she gets a point, and then she's saying, hey, we got more to go, right? Let's get back to it. Milner with the roll shot. Now Ardoin wants another off the tape. Diving save from Kimber Wynn. Curitin with a free ball. Out of it, sets it up. Too tall for Greenwood. Couldn't get it over.
Yeah, she tried, but her timing just a little bit off. But you got to commend her because she was the one who dug that pass to her setter to try to get back up to get the kill, and the timing just a little bit off.
This set, much like the first set, has been nip and tuck. Back and forth we go. Greenwood trying to retake the lead. Problems for Westside, but they're able to get it over. Now Ardoin. Dug up nicely by Milner. She gets the attack, sent back. Back to Milner. Looking to tool the block. Does she get a touch? It doesn't matter. It lands in.
Well done by Milner. And Macy Milner right now is just feeling it for Westside. And she has battled over here on this outside corner. She is the hot hand, and they always say, feed the hot hand.
Greenwood responds perfectly. Found a spot and gets a lift.
And that's what you needed right now. You have Sophie Greenwood, Lexi George, and Rachel Ardoin all with 6 kills for PA. Really good production from them in this front line right now.
Tied up at 11. Roll shot, Kimball's there. Elmore sets up. Greenwood, man, rocket off the arm. 12-11, PA's the lead. There's a look at head coach Jason Lambert. He's got to love what he's seen from his team. The grit, the fight. It's a big fight.
Just his second season at PA and already leading this team for their first state title appearance.
Spent 3 years at Mount St. Mary's with success there. That attack for Ardoin into net. We're tied up at 12 again.
This is where you got to dig down deep. We're only in the second set. There's a lot of volleyball to play, but that first set wore both these teams down. So now it's endurance and it's mind over matter on a mental side of things to stay tough.
Uh-oh. 2 touches against PA, tried to set it over. The miscues, again, we talk about them. You can produce offense all you want, but the miscues when they pile up, that's usually the difference. Really good jump set, Greenwood, able to keep her balance and tip it over.
Good to clean that one up because that ball a little too close to the net than you'd like it to be.
Okay, that's a good call. It's tough to readjust like that. Greenwood did a nice job for PA.
She
now,
did.
Ardoin, low line drive. What a dig from Kimber Wynn, wanting a touch. Not gonna get it. We're tied again.
I want to see that one.
Yeah, the call was
There
no
it
touch.
is.
Let's take a look.
No, I don't think there was one. And she was right there, the ref.
Yep. Had a really good angle on it for sure. That one rides the tape. Wow, found its way over, sent right back.
Those are the hardest to judge.
Smith trying to go with his soft stuff.
Curitin.
And that one, another kill. Greenlee Elmore trying to get the setup, but couldn't get there.
Macy Milner serving for Westside.
So now Macy Milner, senior outside of the service line. She's had a great game. First player, double digits in kills with 10.
Sophie Greenwood's going to give her a run for her money, though.
She's one away, yeah.
She is.
Look at that powerful swing. Both Greenwood and Milner are hitting well, too. 320 heading percentage for Macy Milner, 300 for Greenwood. Those two are playing out of their minds in the game that matters most. Now Berkeley, Courtney Moore's nice serve. Handled by Westside. That attack, though, from Emma Bird. Straight in the net.
All about timing, and that's where you just want to be able to time up your offense a little bit. Take a deep breath. Set it back up.
Berkeley, Courtney Moore trying to go on the right side, but the service error ties things up.
Just a little bit of a outside serve there, but I like the spot she was aiming for. If you can push their defense over here, you're going to keep them away from their strength on the other side.
Smith's attack dug up nicely. Great pass to Curitin, but the swing sent straight back. Kimball in, couldn't find a hole.
Great block there by Svoboda and Lexi George there.
It's been a great game for Svoboda. 2 blocks, 5 digs for the senior. Cadence Gardner will handle the bump set. It'll be sent over by Milner. Back set Adamits. Kennedy Wilson. Now George on the overpass. And Westside to the net. I don't think either side really.
I was going to say, that happened so fast I didn't necessarily see it, but yeah.
17-15 now. PA on top by a deuce. They'll go back set. Conrad, the soft block keeps it alive. Kimball with a really good bump set to Emmy Smith, but it's kept alive. Conrad down line. Kimball the dig.
Good dig.
Smith with the roll. Out of system, free ball.
And this is where Westside, just get your offense back in sync.
George hit it hard, but Westside keeps it alive. Emmy Smith, powerful, but it's dug up. George throws it over. What an acrobatic save from Conrad. These long rallies, who's gonna win it? Kimball, bump set Smith, trying to end the long rally, and she will!
Well done there by Emmy Smith, and now Coach Ziegler wants a timeout. You can't be mad about that rally, but what she's telling her girls there is we've got to be able to set up our offense to be able to use those aggressive arms that we have.
Well, U.S. Army is sponsoring our 2025 volleyball trivia. The question is, who holds the Arkansas State record for most wins by a volleyball coach? Let you stew that one over a little bit. The U.S. Army is where leadership, teamwork, and discipline go beyond the court. I'll give you a hint. It does have to do
with one of these teams.
Programs, yeah.
Well, and we talked to one of these coaches about this coach. I don't want to ruin it for our audience. So it is in my notes, so I won't.
You already knew the answer.
I did.
Nice.
I take good notes, JB.
Better than I do.
Yeah, all these coaches giving us some time this week to talk about their teams. Really appreciate that from them. So I won't ruin it for the audience, but we do know the answer.
That's right.
Except for JB looked at the paper.
Yeah, I
knew it off the top of my head.
I cheated. You take notes, I cheat.
I was one of those students.
Yeah, I was probably cheating off your notes.
Looking at my notes.
That's what it was.
Looking at my notes.
So the timeout for Westside. They trailed by 3. PA up 18-15. AC Adamants at the service line. Westside out of the timeout, just trying to calm things a little bit. Trying to end that run and regather after that long rally was won by Pulaski Academy. That attack from Kirby Conrad in the net.
Is that the first time out of a timeout Westside hasn't gotten the point?
I think you're right. I think so. And usually the timeout naturally is to slow down the momentum, but usually you capitalize on the point, but Westside didn't that time. Garland with a deep roll shot. Adamant sets up George, and she beats the solo out play. One-on-one, it's tough to block that.
It is tough to block that, and they tipped it, and Lexi George knew it the minute she hit that ball, though.
She likes her chances on one-on-ones. What a save from Westside to keep that ball alive. And in. Woo. Jumping out of the gym is Kennedy Wilson.
Okay. Well done there by Kennedy. She got some height there, and also a great opportunity at the net for her. And this is where we've talked about this with Westside. They're scrappy, and we've seen them rally, but they haven't been able to set up their offense the way they've wanted to these last couple of rallies. Just like
system.
that.
Yeah,
they have been.
Trying to recover, hasn't been there. Lexi George has been dynamite in the middle. Long save. Man, the effort from Veda Watkins. Set her dump.
This is it.
Westside was there. That's going to be a lift. Trying to go to the net.
I don't think Maddox Curitan likes that. She's getting some clarification from the ref on what she called and what she saw.
I think she was trying to get her hands more in a webbed shape, but she ended up more flat.
Just a quick clarification on what she did that got that call, and now we're back at it.
Largest lead of the match for either side. 22-15 PA, trying to tie things up. But
that's what they needed, and that is what happens when you set up your offense and you have success to put your players like Cadence Garland into a position to have success.
Now Kirby Conrad will be back to the service line.
Another thing, too, that Westside needs to do is continue to keep siding out so they can get Macy Milner back on that front row.
Yeah, she's been huge for Westside. You also see PA's gotten a lot of different distributions. It's made them really tough to block. Out of system, Westside couldn't recover. And they're 2 points away is PA from claiming the second set.
And this is serve.
Emmy Smith, the senior, at the service line. After set one was a 31-29 finish in favor of Westside. PA's trying to equalize. Adamant sets George. Really big swing, but it's kept alive. Win with the first touch. Now she'll give him with a free ball. Offensive chance for PA. Ardoin off the block, and it's in.
I got a little bit of a smile. I've been watching her. Maybe a little one.
It's got to be creeping in at some point, right?
Maybe when they win, she'll smile for us.
Sure. I like what you said earlier. It's all business for Ardoin.
It is, and you hear the crowd for PA behind us getting into this.
Trying to claim the second set. Ardoin the touch. Kimball bump set. Kennedy Wilson. The attack tracked down by Westside. Free ball, offensive chance again. George to finish it, and she does! We're tied
Well
at
done
one
there
set
by Lexi
apiece.
George. She gets the kill and then walks straight to her bench because she knows how big it was for PA to win this set.
25-16. Third set from Banco Z coming up.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports, providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC, more at my100bank.com.
Sports is so important to this state and the fabric of the state, and I appreciate Arkansas PBS doing all the state title games, and that makes it available for not just the fans in Central Arkansas, South Arkansas, but fans around the entire state. I can only think of the kids in small towns, and this is the biggest moment maybe in their sports careers, and they have that keepsake.
Hey, football fans, David Bauer here. You know the Little Rock Touchdown Club is where the...
Well, it's time to honor our Arkansas PBS Student All-Star. And for the 4A classification, it's Gentry's Kylie Smith, just a sophomore.
Yeah, she's got the 4.0 GPA, which is always commendable because I didn't have one of those. She's an outside hitter and a DS. Wants to play volleyball in college and major in agricultural field. Congratulations to Kylie Smith.
So you mean with all those notes taken, 4.0? See, better than I could do.
See, the notes were because I had to handwrite things. I'm such a if I write it, I'll remember it.
Yeah,
you know, that's kind of how I learned. But still not a 4.0 student.
Well, if you wrote it down, you remembered it, then you're going to remember the answer to this question. Take us away.
Yeah, so the answer, Glenda Patterson, longtime head coach at Westside. Look at that record, 783 to 205. And she was responsible for a lot of those state titles, obviously, that Westside had. And then it dropped off a little bit. And so now you've got Coach Ziegler here trying to rejuvenate the volleyball history at Westside.
Yeah, for Westside, their 21st appearance in the state finals. They have 6 state championships. Their last was in 2009, but their last time even making it to the state title game was in 2012. And so the job that Coach Ziegler has done and her staff is quite commendable. Her assistant coach, Brittany Schwartz, was also an alumni, you mentioned, of this last state championship team.
And she was on that 2012 team, and she's been here before. But other than that, and Coach Ziegler, who was here last year with a different team, this is a brand new experience for everybody on this court at the moment.
And for Pulaski Academy, Coach Lambert spent some time, wanted to talk about some of his assistants, alumni coaches, Lauren Whitehead, Anna Clemens, and then some seniors from last year, Kate Weatherly, Hayden Schick, were huge and instrumental. They didn't win it last year, but getting this team to this point, the leadership that they had.
Every coach will tell you when you talk to them, if it wasn't for the players who came before, any team that's having success, that team wouldn't be having success.
No doubt about it. Pulaski Academy starts things off with a kill for Marta on 1-0. You know, a long set in set 1, 31-29. Westside won. PA has responded quite nicely. I know it's early in set 3, but they've looked pretty good in response.
They have, and we talked about this in the last set, that the one thing I noticed, the biggest thing for Westside, is it didn't feel like their offense found much rhythm. On the other side, PA finally felt like they were getting comfortable and getting a rhythm going, especially with their big hitters up front.
And they've picked up right where they've left off. 2-0, the advantage in set 3. A reminder, it's a best-of-5 format in sets. You win 3, that's the number to get. 3 sets, and you've claimed a state title. That 5th set, though, if it were to go to 5, it's the first to 15 win by 2.
And there we go. Just keep feeding 11. We've talked about it. I'm going to keep saying it because she has continued to find success. That is her 8th kill of the day.
Rachel Ardoin. Hard to believe she's just a sophomore.
Just a sophomore. And you know, every time Jason Lambert sees that, he's smiling because he knows he's going to have her for at least 2 more years.
That's right. Oh, and the response, though, from Garland. Nice job on the powerful swing.
And that is what happens when you set up that offense. You're going to have some success like that with the power up front.
Cadence Garland, just a junior. Kirby Conrad, just a junior. She got both of those really talented hitters back. If you're Coach Ziegler, Svoboda, who's been big on the defensive side of the ball. She pops up for her second kill of the match.
Well, and she's someone, too, when you look at right now with the kills. Lexi George with 10, Rachel Ardoin with 9, Sophie Greenwood with 9. But if you're Swoboda, you're just like, don't forget about me. I can come in here and have some fun, too. Let me swing my arm a little bit.
What a luxury to have the options that PA, really, Westside has also. They've utilized that. Both teams have used 3 different attacks. Is that
over to us?
Nice catch by my man Bobby Swafford with good hands. Good hands team.
Way to go, Bobby. I tried. I don't have go-go gadget arms like that, though.
But if you did, you'd have caught it.
I would.
We caught the other one earlier, so.
I mean, the table caught it. I just picked it up and handed it back, but.
Yeah, good thing for the table, right?
Yeah.
You were there. 4-2. PA's lead by 2. Nice job from Kirby Conrad to keep that play alive. Kimball bump set to Smith, and it's roofed. Emma Bird.
Well done by Emma Bird. She's been kind of silent. She had a little bit of a run there in that first set, but she didn't do much in that second set. They'd like to get her going.
We talk about Ardoin being a really, really good sophomore. So has Emma Bird been. Great future for her. An ace for Westside, tied up at 4.
Services for Maddox Curitan.
Maddox Curitan with another ace to get to her, add to her season total. And there's another one. Back-to-back aces for Curitan and the senior leader here for Westside.
So make it 2 for Curitan. Just her first 2 aces of the match. Coming at a really good time. Make it thrice is nice.
She's feeling it now, and now she's starting to pick on this PA defense. And we talked about this the last time. It felt like Westside had a little bit of a service rally going. PA just needs to take a deep breath and do exactly what they're doing right now.
Nicely dug up. That block sent back out of play. That initially gave the point to PA, but they'll reverse it as the block was knocked out of play. That's a 5-0 run now for Westside.
And that's a timeout for head coach Jason Lambert. Just wants to talk about it. But that is the start that Westside needed after PA came out and had 2 straight points to open up this match.
There's a look at that block that went out of play. That was enough to warrant the timeout for Coach Lambert. Here's a look back at some history, some Hot Springs history. As you look at the Westside Warriors, wow, that's a pretty good runs under the tutelage of Glenda Patterson.
It really is, and that's impressive numbers when you think about how long volleyball's been played in the state of Arkansas and just being able to be that dominant in the sport for so long. And that's exactly what Coach Ziegler wants to do again, and recognize that there's talent, especially up there on that east side corner. Get some volleyball talent into your program and get back to winning the way that Coach Patterson had been winning.
There's a look at Coach Ziegler and Maddox Curitan. Coach said she feels like Curitan's grown so much this year, almost feels like she's a second coach out on the floor when she feels like she needs to, instruct her team. Curitan's already seemingly out there doing it.
Yeah, and she also told us, she's really into listening and learning. However, sometimes we got to pull her back. Sometimes, and we joked with her, it's a lot easier to pull them back than it is to pull your players and try to force them to be a leader you need them to be.
Maddox Curitan certainly been that. Leads to another attack and a kill for the Warriors.
It is very evident with this Westside team that they go as Maddox Curitan's energy goes.
No doubt about it. And that's huge to have a big vocal leader like that. That's also your setter, because she's basically the quarterback of the team.
She is. She's orchestrating everything and letting everyone know how plays are unfolding, what she's seeing on the court.
So go back row to libero this time. Watkins with the swing. Now Greenwood for PA, and she gets a kill.
Sophie Greenwood now in double digits in kills along with Lexi George, but Macy Milner still leading the way with 13, but that one really well done and executed by Sophie Greenwood.
Well, for Westside, they've done what they wanted to do, and that's limit Emmy Smith. She's only had 1 kill today on 31 tack attempts. But Lexi George, Sophie Greenwood, and Rachel Ardoin have not been held in check.
And that's where I think if you were to ask Emmy Smith how she feels about that, she says, you know what? As long as someone's getting some success, I'm all about the distribution.
And you have to imagine Coach Ziegler knows Emmy Smith's numbers. She's incredible. Well, you talked about it in the open. They're trying to make sure Emmy Smith is not the player that beats him.
It is, and now you've got Lexi George that you're focusing on, and Sophie Greenwood, and they're stepping up. And if you're Westside, you're just making sure that you're just paying attention to where everyone, especially Swoboda, where is she on the court?
Makes it so difficult to block when you know Swoboda's out there, George is out there, Emmy Smith is out there, Kennedy Wilson's out there. Where do you go with the block? There's so many options for your setter.
You try to win points with aces.
That's right.
They're doing that too.
Up 3 is Westside in set 3. As Adamit's serve was almost too hot to handle.
Really impressive there.
Emma Bird with a nice
Emma
swing.
Bird to adjust her body to a pass set that wasn't quite on point and be able to kill it down this line right here that she was able to do. Turn her body and make sure she didn't go cross court. She went down the line. That was very impressive.
10-6. Now Westside. Smith rejected at the net. Then
Conrad and Garland there. Great timing.
Just couldn't get it past the double. 5-point advantage for Westside. Their largest lead of the match at any point. George from behind. Nice job to readjust and still get it off on that.
She had to stop her body there, but she's got the height to be able to at least get it over the net. I'm sure she wanted a little more power behind that one.
That's going to be a lift called against Kimber Wynn. Ball just stayed in her hand a little bit too long when she pushed it over.
Yeah, and that's okay. In the moment, you're just sometimes trying to, you see coach coaching her, sometimes you're just trying to get things done, right?
Sure.
Try to execute a play, and it'll happen.
Nice pass to set up Conrad. Sent back. Adamits to George. Again from behind, the set comes, and George gets it off on it. Free ball. Chance for some offense for the Bruins. Center dump. One-handed save from Westside. Adamits tight to the net. Back set. Kennedy Wilson with a hammer.
She's got one of the most energetic swings that we have seen today, and she comes to the net with power. Man, that was a fun kill to watch.
It's like springboards up.
She does. She
so
kind of
much
comes
on
out of nowhere.
Yeah. Is there a trampoline down there?
Might be.
Ardoin's attack goes awry. 4-point lead now for Westside.
A rare error for her, but I
She's
like
played
the
clean.
idea. She's played great. She really has for her team.
As a team, Pulaski Academy now hitting 208. Not bad. George in the middle, straight down.
That she knew exactly what she wanted. She's been waiting to get up to the net to just be able to have that kind of power, and she walked straight off after that one. That was a drop the mic moment, I think, for Lexi George.
Coach Lambert all smiles as well after that kill from George. Cadence Garland off the block, and she returns the favor. Not smiling now is Coach Lambert.
No, but we'll see what Westside is able to do here. They've got Kimber Wynn at the service line. But man, you really want to build on that momentum when you have a player like Lexi George make a play like that.
They call a double against PA. They originally had given the point to the Bruins, and then Westside now whistled for the point. They're up 5. We've seen a little bit of everything today.
You just don't want that to affect your mentality, right? Your mental focus here.
That's the first ace of the day for Kimber Wynn. Yeah, we saw a tight one in the first set, 31-29 winner for Westside. Then in the second set, 25-16 PA, but now the Warriors are finding some success here in the second set, or in set 3, and now a lift.
And that is what, the third time this set that Westside has been called for a lift like that, and you wonder if it's frustrating them a little bit. The crowd doesn't like it.
Sure. Coach Ziegler doesn't like it either. Boy, she's a competitive coach, isn't she? Greenlee Elmore at the service line with her team trailing by 5. Curitan sets up Garland, tips it over. Now Elmore out of system. Kimball the back set to Ardoin. It's there.
Great location there by Ardoin to get that point for PA.
Man, great topspin too. Past the diving win. And this is a good rotation for PA. Elmore at the service line. Milner looking for high hands, and she got him.
I want to watch that one again. But Macy knew it the minute she hit it too. Yeah, that one was tipped.
16-11. PA looking for answers in this third set. Milner through the block, kept alive. Just tipped over. Whistle blows. That's 2.
Call a double hit.
Yep.
Gosh, and that's so hard in that moment. Get your live action photos from the game at myarpbs.org/photos. Grab free downloads, have prints made. These are great championship keepsakes. Can you imagine the action shots from this game, JB?
Oh, man.
I bet they're incredible.
Sign me up. Yeah, we've had so much action. Really, it's been a little bit of everything. Very tight first set. Second and third sets have been, PA seemed to jump out. This set, Westside's jumping out. You've seen a little bit of everything, but I think the one thing that's been so impressive from both teams is the energy and the grit that they've both shown.
It really has, especially after the marathon of the first set that we endured, and they endured even more on the court. Little mistakes, little things here and there, the double hits, the lifts. You're starting to see fatigue creep in, but there's a lot of volleyball left, and that's where we continue to go back to who is going to keep a level head, who's going to be able to be mentally tough through this whole entire thing.
Coach Lambert's hoping the timeout slows the run of Westside. And he goes right to one of his heavy hitters in Ardoin. It's handled, though, by the Warriors. Milner's attack, diving save. Kimball tight to the net. It's tipped around in pinball. Milner again. Kimball goes to Ardoin. Tip off the block, scramble, free ball from Westside. Does it make it over? It won't matter. Westside's underneath the net. They cross the plane.
Yeah, that one's unfortunate. Just being aggressive, trying to get that ball, and sometimes you just can't control your body as much as you want to.
Now you can cross the line as long as part of your foot is touching, but if the whole foot crosses, and that's what happened for Westside. Response, though, from Milner. She takes matters into her own hands.
She does, and they got to get her going here in this set to close this one out. That is her 15th kill, JB.
Wow. She's had a great match, and her attacks and kills have kind of piled up. Not saying that she hasn't had a lot of chances, but she's really done a nice job of executing when her name's called.
Exactly. But she's got a lot of power. And that's when she's on this outside corner here as an outside hitter. The power she has to go cross court is what Westside wants to take advantage of.
And then you see on the replay, it's the youngster, Emma Bird, who's had a really good job defensively at the net. Greenwood pushes that off the block, kept alive. Curitan to Milner, set back on the block.
PA needed that one in the worst way to get themselves back offensively, but it also gets Lexi George back in the game.
No kidding. That's going to be the weapon you imagine. It's going to try to get them to spark a little bit of a run. Now Courtney Moore to serve. Nice job back row. Dug up, though, by Westside. The roll. Bump set. Too tight to the net.
And that's what's hard. My best friend in high school, she was a setter 4 years on our varsity team, and she didn't want those balls close to the net. Give her some space to work. You'd hear all about it.
She'd make sure you knew about it, right?
She did. Especially being the starting setter as a freshman.
Service ace for Macy Miller.
She was good.
Tell you who's also good, Macy Milner.
Yeah.
Her first ace of the game, but she's got 16 kills, a .324 hitting percentage.
She also has 14 digs for this team. Veda Watkins leading Westside with 21.
Back-to-back aces now for Milner. She's trying to close out the third set.
PA in a position they haven't been in this whole entire match. Down 9.
Overpass, tight to the net. George with the last touch. And Westside's 2 points away.
This crowd, JB, getting loud in red.
Well, the Warrior faithful had a lot to cheer about. They've struggled with Milner's serve here in this sequence. Just trying to side out. Emmy Smith, the roll. Free ball. Need to capitalize here on the offensive side if you're PA.
Set it up.
Go to George.
There's your power, and that's exactly, she's looking for a high five. That's exactly what she needed.
Lexi George with the kill for Pulaski Academy.
Set up that offense to get this side out.
That's the call, right? Go to Lexi George to get you some points.
It is, and now you've got Macy Admins, who's also had some success serving against Westside today.
She's been really good, has Adabitz. Got 2 aces. That attack from Bird sent back. They'll do it again. That one rides the tape. Kimber Wynn puts Westside at set point.
Kimber Wynn with the kill. And the Bird serving for set point.
Well, I think the idea was to attack quick against the block of PA. And this set, certainly Westside has done a great job. It's Bird.
That's what they're doing, Bird. And she knows it, she can see it, but that's okay. You've got some room for a little bit of an error, but not too much room.
Don't give them, Don't get PA a lot, right? Don't run with it. Bruins trying to go. They're going to need to rattle off at least 9 points in a row to force. That's one back. Nice block from Lexi George.
And that's what you need, just to see if you can get some momentum. The pressure's on right now for PA with match point, and they've got some work to do.
Serve from Emmy Smith. Curitan, back set. Off the block!
And there it is.
And set 3 belongs to Westside. 25-16. PA got work to do in the 4th set. Westside going for their 7th state title when we come back.
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas PBS Sports. Better connected together. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas.
This month in Passport on the PBS app.
A French citizen was murdered. I know how, where, when, and I'm close to knowing by whom.
You're playing a dangerous game, boss.
I should take 25%.
Every ring, every watch. If you're looking for the gold, it's all around you.
You ready?
Yes. One mistake and they will have me out.
These and other shows from Arkansas PBS are available with Passport on the PBS app.
You know, I think sports are really big to a lot of people,
and because it's an important part of our fabric and our community. And the one good thing about what I've seen is it's high quality production. You know, you think of the small communities all over Arkansas, it's a big deal that they can turn on the TV or DVR or whatever and know they're going to get a quality product. And so I think it just expands the focus of what PBS is doing. You know, Arkansas PBS is doing a great job, and I think it's part of education.
This month on Arkansas PBS.
Predator, prey. How will their fates play out when they finally meet on Jaguar Beach?
This is the most powerful weapon system known at this time.
This is the first combat submarine.
Could this painting be a rare portrait of Shakespeare?
We cannot be 100% sure what Shakespeare looked like.
Only on Arkansas PBS.
Sustaining membership is an easy, convenient, and affordable way for you to support the programs you love on Arkansas PBS. Sustaining members make an ongoing monthly contribution from either their checking account or credit card. Simply choose the monthly amount that fits your budget, and then call or go online and we'll set it up for you. Your donation will happen automatically each month, so your support will always be current. Need to make a change to your monthly gift? Just call or email us. You're always in control. Knowing we can count on a certain amount of revenue each month helps Arkansas PBS better plan for the future. Call or go online to start your sustaining membership right now.
Welcome back as we get ready for set number 4. And hey guys, scan the QR code on your screen to contribute. Every dollar goes directly towards supporting the broadcast of high school championship games, and any amount helps us continue to showcase these amazing athletes and their communities. Together we can keep the spirit of Arkansas sports alive right here on Arkansas PBS Sports. Scan the QR code right now.
Yeah, do it right now.
Do it for us.
Get your phone out.
Thank you.
Yeah. What a dandy we have been treated to.
Setting the bar very high for the other matches we've got.
This has been an incredible match. PA is going to have to force a 5th set if they want to win their first ever state title. And Westside theoretically is 25 points away from another.
Well, the last time Westside won the first set, PA responded, won the second.
They did.
So let's see if they can respond here in the 4th.
Ardawan down line, but it just missed the line.
That's where I would have gone to, so I don't hate that for PA, but really wanted that point.
Just try to keep it. It's tough, too, that angle. And now Ardawan into the net. Westside's up 2-0.
Well, you remember PA started the last set up 2-0. And then rebounded and was able to.
That's right.
Westside was able to rebound. So
will we see a repeat on the opposite end, maybe?
We'll see.
Down ball. Saved by Emmy Smith. Set up to Greenwood. Back row from Kimber Wynn was there. Now Milner gets it through the block. Nice save from Ardawan. Her tips blocked and sent back. Back set, Svoboda. Milner was there on the tip. Long rally, Ardawan. Back row dig win. Milner. Another long rally. Svoboda, high hands, kept alive. Conrad, back row, and she gets the kill.
There goes those long rallies going in favor of Westside. And as we've talked about, they set up their offense every single time. That is what they need to do to get those points.
That's a good point. It's, you know, staying in rhythm, staying in system. That one too hot to handle though from PA. A nice response from the Bruins.
PA seeing if they can start a little rally on their own.
I'm hoping it starts with Ardawan at the service line. A little bit of some trouble from Westside on the return. Nice job, Elmore. Found a hole back row, but Veda Watkins tracked it down. Milner is roofed by Sophie Greenwood in Svoboda.
That's that height coming into play.
Ardawan, her serve again. That time a good pass to Curitin.
That one a little bit off the mark by Curitin to Garland.
Now bump set. Milner trying to punch it through, and she will.
She doesn't have to kill it every time to have success, and a great location there for her to spot that.
It's a great sign of your outside hitter, right? When you know you don't have to just completely go with the power. You've got a lot of things in your bag.
That's 17 for Milner.
Wow.
And that is tough. And that is where, again, sometimes those balls just drop so much quicker. You feel like you're in the right spot, your feet are set, your arms are set, and then all of a sudden it drops maybe a foot sooner than you think it does.
That's 10 service aces for Westside in the match to only 3 for PA. Emmy Smith finally getting back into the action. She's been held in check, but she rips that one through the block.
And that's 10 points. I'm sure Coach Lambert would love to have back, too.
Those aces,
yes.
It's come from 6 different players. Wow. You know, usually you've got one player that's putting up a lot of the ace numbers. Westside's had a handful. On the biggest stage, too. Milner gets another kill. Give her 18.
Well done by Milner. And that is why she is so, she's such a weapon for them when she is in that front row.
Now Curitin at the service line. Kimball, good pass. George, back row. Too long in the air. And that's usually been there for PA.
It usually has. Again, we talked about the wrist, just snapping the wrist a little bit longer, have that ball drop sooner, but that is her 3rd ace for Curitin.
Wow. Now PA gets back in on the action, off the block, out of play, tooling it in 7-4.
Well done there by Svoboda. Just go up there and put it on that location, that spot right there by the line that's so hard to defend.
Now Macy Adabitz, who has 2 of the 3 Bruin aces. She's been tough at the service line to recover from. Really, really good day for Adabitz. That's set though to Wilson.
Kennedy's timing just a little bit off there, Wilson's, and she wanted that one bad. Just a little too soon on her approach.
Just a tad out of sync between Adabitz and Wilson. The error gives Westside a 4-point advantage. They'll set George. Too long again.
There's some frustration there. And in this team huddle, I think that's a really great timeout here by Jason Lambert, because you can start to see a little bit of frustration, not just on Lexi George's face, but everything seems a little out of sync right now for PA.
Yeah, you know, and we mentioned that. George's attack from the middle has been there pretty much all match. When they've gone long, you kind of feel like the momentum deflate from PA.
A little bit, but if you've watched, too, some of these balls that have gone long, her timing is off.
Yeah.
She's having to kind of stop her body. You want to be able to hit the ball on your attack at your peak over the net, and she is having to either not jump at all or slow her body down and hit the ball when she's about 3 feet off of the net. You want to be a little bit closer to the net to pull your momentum that way, and I think that just kind of comes with getting back into sync and rhythm with your setter.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. And we've seen a lot of her attacks have gone straight down because of her length and height. But
the higher she can hit the ball at her peak, the faster it's going to go down and it'll stay in and not go out.
PA looking for answers. They'll go to Emmy Smith, who's been there all season long, and she comes in big here.
She's been quiet. We've talked about it. She's had her teammates around her step up, but that's why she is who she is. She can come in and be what PA needs when she needs them to be.
Cuts that deficit to 4. Now Smith awarded with a serve. Curitin backs it to Bird. Good pass from Smith. George, there it is.
That's what you want.
Almost straight down.
That is exactly what you want. That is her spot right there, right at the net, at the height of her jump. and it allows her arm to go down further where she's not hit. She's hitting it here, and you can't see me as I demonstrate this on the broadcast, but you want to be able to hit it closer in front of your body than behind your body.
Rachel Ardoin pushing down line. Nice dig from Milner. And now Kimber Wynn goes long on her swing.
Sailing a little bit too high for her.
Maddox Curitin kind of directing traffic through the center. Between the serve, but it's an ace for Emmy Smith.
You talk about aces, that's just the 4th for PA.
Yeah. The serve-receive game is so big, right? If you can get these aces, it's easier said than done.
And it depends on who you ask. If you're a coach, they'll tell you it's the most frustrating thing in the world, free points like that.
Wilson with the down ball, dug up by Curitin, so a bump set. And that one didn't make its way over. Three straight.
Conrad wishes she had a little bit more momentum on that one, but she hit that one at the bottom of her downswing, and it went into the net.
The PA faithful getting loud and rowdy behind us. Smith serve. That one's handled by Watkins. Milner, Conrad.
Another lift by Westside. You look at Coach Ziegler, you had your captain, Maddie Curitin, look at her, and she said, I didn't see it.
Yep.
Something's just a little bit off with her technique.
So they're calling a lift on that attack from Conrad. Tough call, but it's 10-9 now PA. Curitin centered up, one-handed save from Adamants. Back bump set to Ardoin. Really nice job from Wynn on that dig. Conrad's attack kept alive PA. Trying to win the long rally. What a save from Curitin. That high up. Conrad sent back, but it's kept alive. The effort in this rally is unbelievable. Now Ardoin is blocked. What a stop for Westside.
Well done there. What a block by Westside to feed that one right back into Ardoin, because that was a powerful hit by number 11.
Sure was. They had the double there. It paid off. Tied now at 10 in the 4th set. Ardoin gets it through that time. Another kill.
The PA crowd getting loud again. They've been quiet on us for a while. It's good to have them back.
Trying to fuel their team. The big comeback here in the 4th set and force a 5th set. Ardoin. Another, make it a baker's dozen. What a match it has been for the sophomore. Kimball at the service line. Conrad will have to bump set to Garland. It's sent back. Conrad sneaks it through. Adamants to the net. Greenwood, powerful, but it's nicely dug up by Milner. Centered up, Adamants. It works!
That one worked. Well done. She's been trying to get that all match. And that one pays off. That was a smart play there by Adamants.
It's now an 8-1 scoring run for Pulaski Academy. Westside trying to stop the bleeding. Garland tips it over. Ardoin keeps it alive, but there's a lift. So now Conrad will be at the service line for Westside after the miscue. Likes to serve it back row. Smith was there. Quick set. Greenwood in the middle. It's cash money.
Well done there by Greenwood. There's nothing that Westside defense could do for that one. That one came just too fast.
Really quick setup. Anytime you got the solo block, Garland was there, but it's tough one-on-one against a really good offense. Greenlee Elmore at the line to serve with her team up by 3. Curtin, good setup to Garland. Probably not the attack that they wanted, though. Ardoin. It goes to Svoboda. And PA capitalizes.
Wow, what a turn of events here. And again, we looked up, and it felt like Westside had that momentum, and now it's a 15-11 game. And Coach Ziegler's got to call a timeout. That says a lot to PA and this resiliency of not being able to just hang your head.
15-11, you're right. It talks a lot about this PA program, the grit that they've shown, the grit that Westside has shown too. Coach Ziegler wants to talk things over, but man, what a match it has been. 15-11, we really knew from the very first set, 31-29, that we were in store for a very good one, and it has certainly fit the billing.
It definitely has, and obviously we've seen the momentum go back and forth, but I've been really impressed with both teams being able to capture it back and try to go on some rallies and not just let things snowball. That goes back to that level-headedness and being able to take a deep breath, call the timeouts when you need them, and come out of these timeouts with the right mentality and the mental focus.
Well, we've seen the response really from both teams when the timeout has called. It seemed to slow the opposition a little bit. That's what Coach Ziegler's hoping for against PA. The Bruins looking for 10 more points and send it to a 5th and final set. Out of the timeout, they iced the kicker, or iced the server, if you will, and it goes long.
I love the reference. Happy College Football Saturday, everybody.
That's right.
But that's what Westside wanted, and that gets them going. We'll see now what Kimber Wynn can do with her service.
You know, a lot of times those timeouts can serve as a couple of things, right, to talk your team over, but hopefully maybe the server has some problems, and it worked out then. 15-12. Milner going back row, just a little long, and boy, it was close. We had a good angle on that, didn't we?
I told you, JB, if it's in, it's all the way in. If it's out, it's all the way out. It's never close. That one was a little close.
Yeah, that's right.
Just a little outside.
But they called it all the way out. That's all that matters.
It's always all the way out.
The PA fueling the run. They're up 5 now.
PA's in a groove, and you can feel it in this building. If you're Westside right now, regain the momentum if you can.
You talked about it, right? That one's off the pin, out of play. A shank. That's an ace for PA. You talked about this set. Westside jumped out 2-0. PA has responded after in the previous set. PA jumped out 2-0, and Westside returned the favor.
Yeah, they did. I'm not saying I'm a fortune teller or anything, but it just felt like you knew, regardless of how these sets felt, teams were going to let that affect them, and PA's been able to bounce back, especially after losing that last set.
They try to go back to Milner. Nowhere to go on the block. PA's up 19-12. In the 4th set, it's an ace for Ardoin.
There was such an ace discretion between these two teams when we were talking about it, and Westside still has 10, like we mentioned, but now Pulaski has 6. And they're starting to see some success at the service line.
I think that's big for climbing back, right, to force the final set. She's got to get more at the service line. They've done that. Emmy Smith, her attack is sent back. They'll try it again. Second time for Smith. Goes off speed. Curitan to Milner. Off the block, and Milner gets a kill.
That's what they needed. Let's see now what they can do. You've got Veda Watkins going back there to serve. She's got an ace of her own, and no room for error here, JB.
Not at all if you're Westside. Really PA either. Greenwood tips it over. Tight to the net. It didn't get over, and PA gets another point.
That was a tough break for Westside there. Emma Bird, and what I would have liked for her to see is to follow the ball with her eyes. I don't necessarily know if she knew where the ball was.
Greenwood to serve for Pulaski Academy. Out of system. Chance now for a good offensive setup. Sloan Campbell bump sets Svoboda, sent back. Campbell bump set Emmy Smith. Her swing doesn't quite make it. Oh, I think they're going to say it was off a block. I don't know that it made it over, frankly. A break for Pulaski Academy. Now trying to capitalize. Lexi George. Went over the top.
Over the top. That's going to be a Westside point. That's frustrating for Lexi George.
Yeah, you saw just kind of throw a shove.
And she does that with her blocks, but she, again, has to have those strong wrists when she's going up there for an attack.
Now we're going to have a lift. Westside creeping back a little closer. They're not done here in this fourth set.
I don't know if I've seen this many lifts called in a game, JB.
That's crazy. I'm with you on that. Svoboda, attack goes long. Now the run's starting to pile up for Westside. They've cut the deficit to 5.
Both of these teams have gone on these big point runs, swinging this momentum back and forth, and no one's ready to go home yet.
No doubt about it. We got all day here at Banco ZK. One-on-one, Bird sends back George on the block. Smith attack. It is long and wide. And we got a timeout for Coach Lambert.
I don't dislike the way that PA is playing right now. They're being very aggressive. It's just tough breaks, right?
Sure.
It's just, you know, being over the net or not being able to get the ball to drop in bounds, but they're being aggressive, and they need to keep that level of aggression the exact same way that they were at. Just little tweaks here and there, you're going to find some success. But I'm not mad if I'm Coach Lambert right now. I just remember, don't overhype yourself. Stay in the moment.
That is tough to do. The stakes are high. And I think you've seen just the resiliency of Westside too. They're never out. And PA's the same, right? We've seen both teams go on long runs. That's why both coaches know how important these timeouts are.
They are. I don't think there's anyone you want serving right now than Maddox Curitan.
No kidding. She's been dynamite all season. They go right side. Svoboda! She finds a hole. Make it 5 kills for Anna Catherine Svoboda.
They're checking to see how many timeouts PA has left to confirm.
Should have one. Yeah,
Coach has one more.
He doesn't like to take them very often, so he told me in pregame, he said, if I'm calling 2 timeouts, it's usually because I can't give up any more points, but he usually doesn't call more than 1. Naturally, a state title game, I think you can throw most of that out the window.
Yeah, it's all. Now there's some discretion. Clarification, we're back at it. No, this is a state title game. If you feel like you have to call a timeout, you call a timeout. You don't waste them, you don't leave them on the board.
Coach Lambert, I think he's confused. He said, did they use one? They did, so they're saying that PA's got 2 timeouts left. Only 1 for Westside. 22-17 may not matter. Attack from Conrad. Looks like PA was in the net. That's 5 straight unanswered for Westside. Milner's serve is handled by Kimball. Nice pass. Adamits to George, the attack. Watkins the dig. Back set. Conrad. Back row. Nice job, Campbell. Keep it up. Smith with the roll. Kimber Wynn lofts it back row. Back set Kennedy Wilson. Nice top spin. Conrad has to readjust. Really nice job.
Well done.
Smith, another roll. Diving save, Kimber Wynn. Long rally. Soft block on the attack from Conrad. Emma Smith trying to put the point away. Conrad going cross court. Nice job from Adamits. Smith.
She's doing work on that side, but Westside victorious. What a rally there by both of these teams.
Man, those long rallies are crucial. Nice job with the block.
Fun. They're fun.
They are fun. Smith went with the power, but it was sent straight down. Another serve from Milner.
Cassidy Lucas in the game now.
Lucas, quick action. The freshman can jump out of the gym. They're going to set Kennedy Wilson, rolls it. Miscommunication, and it lands.
Well done by Wilson.
Kennedy Wilson with the kill.
So now Emmy
Cassidy
Smith at the
Lucas
service line.
in the game. What a moment for the freshman. She hasn't been in this game yet.
First action for Cassidy Lucas. Big moment for the freshman. Coach Ziegler wants a timeout. A lot of times you'll see him take it at 23 points, right? When you trail by this amount, you want to make sure PA doesn't get those final two without a fight. Talk about Coach Lambert and the success that he's had, though. His assistant, Gustavo, they both won a national title at the club level. So the tandem that they've got, plus the other assistants, PA's in good hands.
They are, and again, this is just year 2, but you set a precedent like this and build a culture and a foundation already this quickly. It's not going to take much convincing to prove that you've got a winning system.
Well, we talked to Coach before the match. He said his middles is where they like to run. That has certainly been true today. Emmy Smith at the service line out of the timeout. Handled by Milner on the pass. Attack Conrad, splits the block. Little sense of urgency from Westside.
They need that sense of urgency right now to close this 3-point gap.
Sophomore Emma Bird with a jump serve. Boy, that's nice. Out of system. Wilson just has to set it over. Conrad gets it through. 2 straight for Conrad.
Having a conversation with the freshman. I'm sure nerves are a little bit of a thing right now, but go straight up with that block.
Bird back row, Kimball the dig. Ardoin, too long on the attack. Oh boy.
It's getting interesting here, JB. This is where PA just needs to settle back in.
Nerves starting to build a little bit. Out of it, set Wilson, pushes it over. Back row free ball, a chance for PA. Adamits gonna set Wilson. Down line!
What a spot by Wilson. Well done there to get that one down, to drop right there on that back line. That is exactly what PA needed.
Now it's set point, 1 more for PA to force a 5th and final set.
Perfect spot.
Emma Grace Kimball at the service line. Back row, Conrad, really
almost that
cue.
same little spot. That back area, there's no one there, and if you can find it, well done.
Now Conrad will be at the service line. Yeah, great placement. Back corner pocket. PA trying to force a 5th set. Ardoin dug up by Milner. Carla just has to bump it over. Greenwood pushes. Kimber Wynn sneaks it through. Adamits tight to the net.
Into the net. That is tough. That is a great dig there. Unfortunately, just a little bit too close to the net. And hey, JB, don't look up now, but we got a tie ball game.
Wow. 24 all. Got to win by 2 in the 4th set. There's a look at that. Just barely grazes the net. That's just enough. Conrad to serve again, floats it. Tight to the net, pushed over. Adamits the first touch. They'll set Ardoin.
That's what they needed. She's had a little bit of miscues these last couple attempts for her, but that is exactly what she needed to help her team out.
Wow, the first set we had a 31-29. Then the second and third sets were dominated by either side. This fourth set fitting to play
Very
above.
fitting.
PA 1 point away from forcing a fifth set. Kimber Wynn, back row attack. Ardoin. Now Conrad swings. Nice dig from Emmy Smith. They'll set Greenwood. Kills the block.
Well done. That's an excited Sophie Greenwood right now. What a gritty performance by PA to keep this one intact.
There's a look at it. 26-24 the finish. We're playing
Out
5
on the tip.
from Banco ZK. Don't go anywhere.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansas families and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
This month on Arkansas PBS.
Arkansas has some of the best trout fishing in the country, and I really think it's really underrated.
You know, this is what we're known for.
The Ozark Mountain Daredevils have been described as a collection of ragtag hippies, bohemians, and musicians who approach the music industry in their own unique way.
Only on Arkansas PBS.
Hey, guess what? At Arkansas PBS, K is for kindness. This fall, we're hosting a super cool free Family Day event. Join us at the Jones Center in Springdale on Saturday, November 8th. There's going to be awesome activities, storytelling, special treats, and you can even meet your favorite PBS Kids characters like Daniel Tiger and Curious George. You don't want to miss it. Grab your grown-ups and join us. To learn more, check out myarpbs.org/events. See you there.
This month in Passport on the PBS app.
I mean, I've made it so many times, and I'm still surprised at how good I am.
Hey, I'm Rick Steves. Join me for Iceland's Ring Road, where we'll be immersed in its vast and dramatic landscape.
This is why I have a love of travel.
Crazy.
And why these are my places to love.
These and other shows from Arkansas PBS are available with Passport on the PBS app.
Hi, I'm Ken Burns. Over the last 10 years, my colleagues Sarah Botstein, David Schmidt, and I have been working on a film about our country's founding, the American Revolution. It was one of the most important events in human history. I hope you'll watch on Arkansas PBS or stream on the PBS app.
Join Arkansas PBS for a preview of the American Revolution and a conversation connecting Arkansas to America's founding story. Learn more at myarpbs.org/events.
UAMS is a proud supporter of Arkansas PBS Sports. UAMS Health provides orthopedic and sports medicine care across Arkansas, supporting athletes and teams throughout the state. Find out more at uamshealth.com.
Welcome back to Banco ZK Arena. JB Brazil and Alyssa Orange, glad you're with us for a dandy and some celebrity spotlight, perhaps, huh?
Yeah, head coach for PA football, Anthony Lucas. We talked about our buddy Wes Moore in action as well, but this crowd on their feet, the student sections are on their feet, and we are in for a awesome fifth set here, JB.
A 5-set classic to begin the state championship from Hot Springs. Here we go. Pulaski Academy won, so they will serve here in the fifth set. They won that toss. Milner attack. Now Ardoin off the block. Really nice job to keep it alive. Overpass though.
That's a point though. In the net on the attack.
Boy, that is big.
Something that we want to keep an eye on, JB, is that point awarded to Westside. Will we see Lexi George back in this rotation? We're not sure. We saw Cassidy Lucas, the freshman, come in. her status and if she will play in this 5th set. We're going to have to see.
We talked about her rolling her ankle, right? That 5-set win against Baptist Prep in the semis. She seemed to be in a lot of pain on the sideline heading into this 5th set.
Potentially, yes. We'll see what happens. It's a huge storyline if you're Westside.
Warriors already up 2-0. They go with a slide to Sophie Greenwood. It makes them pay.
Sophie Greenwood making up for it. She understands what's on the line right here in a role that if we do not have Lexi George back in this, how much she has to step up for this Bruins team.
No kidding. Rachel Ardoin now at the service line. Westside going with the roll. Back row, sets it over. Curitan looking for Milner. Blocked by Svoboda and Greenwood. Back row might have been going out, too close to handle. Milner going back row, diving save from Kimball. Quick set, Greenwood, got another.
That was a great set there by Adamits to Greenwood and allowed her to give so much power into that swing.
That was Cassidy Lucas. She's been playing, it seems like, in the absence of Lexi George in that rotation there in that 4th set. Greenwood wants 3! She's got 3!
She's doing exactly what her teammates need, and that energy and fire from number 20 is infectious for this Bruins team.
Wow, that was a missile off the arm of Greenwood. Just rears back and pounds it. 3-2 PA lead. It's an ace for Ardoin. Her 3rd of the match. Attack. And a kill for Westside, much needed.
Well done by Westside here, and now you've got Maddox Curtin in the service spot, and see if they can go on a run themselves.
This is a Westside team that Coach took on to play laser tag at the first day of the state tournament. They did that last year when Coach was at Wynn. Then you saw them last night.
I saw them last night at DeLuca's. I went and I got some pizza, and they were there as a team getting pizza. They got ice cream before they came down here to Hot Springs, so spent a lot of time rewarding themselves for all the success they've seen this season.
It has been a rewarding performance too. Bird on the party ball kill ties us up at 4. They'd love to reward themselves even more with another state title.
Hey, you know, I'll reward myself with some pizza and ice cream too after this.
Well, why not?
I think we deserve it.
This has been a thriller, a delight, a treat, not a trick.
Not at all.
Westside up by 1. Greenwood has 3 kills in the set.
Greenwood, it doesn't matter where she is on the court, if she's in the middle or over here on the outside, she is really in sync right now in this front line.
5 apiece.
Very impressive. And that's what you need when you need players around you to step up.
The race to 15 in the 5th set. Greenwood now awarded with a serve. Curitan has to track it down. Milner rolls it. They'll go bump set to Emmy Smith. Tips it over. Watkins sets up. Conrad rejected by Lucas.
Look at Kennedy Lucas, and I think that's your answer right there with the freshman coming in, stepping in the absence of Lexi George.
And Cassidy Lucas was all over it.
I'm pretty sure I heard her dad. He's still on his feet. He's taking photos.
Proud dad moment.
Absolutely.
Now Conrad back row. Campbell, great pass. Back set, Svoboda. Great set up by Westside to keep it alive. Back and forth we go in the 5th set. From the back line, Svoboda rolls it. Conrad tips it back line. Another long rally, Smith. Conrad sneaks it through.
Well done, and that's them taking advantage of the freshman who's on that front line.
6 all in the 5th and final set. Man.
And remember, we're playing at 15.
That's right. First to 15. Lucas has to tip it over. Wynn was there. Back set Conrad. Off the block, diving a tip Campbell, but it won't matter. Boy, this has certainly been such an exciting match. We get the 5th set that we deserved, and it's been nip and tuck here too.
We do. The fans deserve it. Both of these teams who have worked so hard this season deserve to go all the way down to the wire here. What a kill by Svoboda on the Macy Milner service, and we wouldn't want it any other way, JB.
You know, and this is going to sound so uncompetitive, me being a former athlete. You really don't want either. It's hard to, you don't want anybody to lose, right?
No, you don't. No, you just want good volleyball, and it is exactly what we've seen. It has opened up this state title championship Saturday in an exciting fashion.
Gonna be tough to top this. Smith, really powerful swing, but Watkins was all over the dig. Wynn goes back row. They'll go bump Smith to Smith, goes left hand. Sent right back over. Smith, free ball. Curitan trying to set up offense to Conrad. Soft block, and PA could not recover. A kill for Conrad.
These long rallies going to the Westside's favor, and we've seen it time and time again. That is how they try to take advantage of what they don't have, like Coach said, the height up front.
Westside's Kirby Conrad sends the Warriors the 1st to 8 here in the 5th set. Wilson rolls it. Curitan has to recover. Free ball.
Emma Bird getting it back over the net here.
Lucas tips it.
What a push by Lucas. What a position to put the freshman in. And she's executing. She is doing what she needs to be doing. You can tell she's like, I'm just here trying to play my best, but she's done really well in the position that her team has put her in.
Certainly doing her part. Ties us up at 8. Conrad. Drilled back on the block. Kimber Wynn gets it through. Kimball tight to the net. Garland on a party ball finishes.
What a move by Garland. Such smart volleyball there to understand and awareness of the players on the other side of the net and where to put that volleyball.
Warriors back up by 1 with Kirby Conrad at the service line. It's a good rotation for Westside. Adamits has to track it down. Wilson rolls it. Diving save from Wynn. A free ball.
Great job by Macy Milner there to get it over.
And Adamits just set it up. Nine all in the 5th set. The race to 15 is on. Garland, high hands, wants the tip. Not gonna get it.
Wow.
Kimball to serve again. That's an error. Tied at 10 again.
Those service errors are so tough, and now you've got Kimber Wynn back there to serve, and she has an ace to her name already.
Handled by Pulaski Academy. Greenwood, now Garland tips it over. Wilson just bumps it. Curitan got options, sets up Milner. Looking for high hands, not gonna get a touch.
If I'm Macy Milner, just get your follow through. I think she's been used to try to hit it over the block, but you don't have Lexi George at the net anymore. You can have a little bit more aggression and power in your follow through arm because you're not trying to get it over her really tall hands. That's why they're going out.
Quick set it up from Curitan, but the net slows it down. They'll reset. Go to Milner again. Trying to get through the block. Not going to. The double was there from Greenwood and Svoboda. Conrad can't get it over. Back row attacking there.
Coach Ziegler over there just telling her girls, we got to get a good pass. We have to set up our offense. They're playing really well. And they need to adjust to the fact that they don't have Lexi George over here on the PA side. And if you're PA, just stay steady. It has been impressive to see them come out with the momentum and the power that they have to start this 5th set.
No doubt about it. Man, we've had all kinds of elite action. Macy Milner leads all scorers with 12 kills. Kirby Conrad's got 18. Garland's got 12 for PA. It's Sophie Greenwood who's plummeted to the top. 17 kills leads the way for the Bruins, 15 for Ottawa and 13 for Lexi George, who has not been in since the 4th set.
It's getting so loud in here, JB, it's hard to hear you on my headset, the PA fans behind us. Everyone's loud and on their feet in this arena with a 12-10 ball game on our hands.
Greenlee Elmore serving, trying to send Pulaski Academy their first ever state title in school history. Greenwood tips it over. Watkins bumps at Milner. Diving save from Kimball. What a play. Smith back row. Attack is long and Westside's within 1.
That was good by Milner there to adjust her swing to keep that one in bounds. That allowed PA to push that one out of bounds.
Ada Watkins the serve. Elmore trying to go slide to Greenwood. Miscue. We're tied at 12.
And that's okay. That'll happen. She started off so hot to start this set. Just get her going. If you're PA, get her going up at the front of the net right now.
Ada Watkins serving again. Elmore going slide. Greenwood left hand touch.
It was almost like Greenwood said, give it to me again. Let me make up for it. Give it to me again. And this time she had success.
It ran the exact same play. She goes left hand.
She did. Cue up the same play.
PA's 2 points away from a state title. Ardoin serve. Curitin to Milner. Block sent back, they kept alive. Bird trying to go long. It's too long, and it's match point for Pulaski Academy.
Coach wants a timeout again over here for Westside. This is huge. As you mentioned, it is match point, and right now it feels like PA's got the energy. The Bruins have got a lot of energy right now, but we have seen time and time again when their backs felt like they were against the wall, Westside steps up to the occasion.
Coach Ziegler reading the lips. She told her team, hey, you guys still have this ball game. You're within 2. Get it to 2. Force to win by 2. If Westside gets it to 14 without PA scoring, naturally you got to win by 2. So it gives you a little breathing room. That's the first hurdle. Get to 14, tie it up. For PA, serve tough right here, close it out.
But right now, the biggest focus is you got to get this, you got to get out of this service. You got to get the ball back.
Yep. It's going to be Rachel Ardoin, the sophomore.
3 aces
kills.
today.
That's right, 3 aces, 15 kills. Trying to close it out for PA. Curitin sets Milner. PA look at their first ever state titles. Svoboda, it's dug up. Back row swing. Elmore to Greenwood. Westside resilient. Now Milner sneaks it through.
And that is what they needed.
And Westside's not done yet.
Well done and well executed there. Milner going to the net twice and finally see some success there.
Wow.
That is her.
Now Maddox Curitin, biggest serve of her life. Gets it over. Greenwood just has to tip it. Crashing in. Curitin to Milner for the tie. It's blocked. And PA's done it! Their first ever state title in school history!
That is incredible, incredible. A lot of emotion out on that court right now, JB. What a match, what a battle. What a fight for this Bruins team, for this Westside team. Heartbreak on the other side of the net right now, but a lot of happy tears in blue and white.
Wow, and we said it. You didn't want to see a loser. You felt like they both were leaving it out there. A 5-set thriller, 15-13. Pulaski Academy's first ever trip to Banco ZK, and they come up a winner.
I don't think you could have asked for better volleyball than what we just saw, JB. That was fantastic, and man, what a way to set the tone for the rest of the day.
Heartbreak for Westside. What a valiant fight that they showed, but it was Pulaski Academy knocking off the Warriors for their first ever state title. We'll step aside. We'll have you the trophy presentation when we come back.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports, providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC. More at my100bank.com.
Team sports in Arkansas really is the building of character. It's being able to get through trials and tribulations as a team. You take those lessons from team sports and use them in everyday life situations. I'm RJ Hawk. Please consider giving to Arkansas PBS Sports.
Tomorrow morning at 11:30.
For more than 50 years, Arkansas PBS has been a trusted resource. Our high-quality programs are seen by viewers in every corner of our state, making on-air sponsorship a solid investment. Aligning your business with Arkansas PBS offers a powerful blend of community engagement, corporate philanthropy, and cause marketing. And our viewers remember and appreciate businesses that support our programs. Contact us today for more information on sponsorship opportunities.
Want to see even more Arkansas stories? Subscribe to Arkansas PBS on YouTube for original productions, extras from your favorite local programs, behind-the-scenes videos, and our exclusive coverage of high school sports. All available on demand and all Arkansas made. Don't miss out on more great Arkansas stories. Subscribe now.
It's a huge moment in Pulaski Academy's history. First ever trip to the big dance and their first ever state title in school history. Sophie Greenwood awarded the most valuable player. Man, what a great finish. And the Bruins, much reason to celebrate with their trophy as they get that championship picture.
You got to be happy for Coach Lambert, his staff, this team, the resilience they've had all season. You tip your cap to Westside, who had such a great season too, but man, they just played gritty today. That was a lot of fun to watch, JB.
They get to take home the hardware. Kennedy Wilson's hogging the trophy. She wants it for now. Big moment, smiles all around, and again, heartbreak for Westside. What a valiant fight that just comes up a little bit short for the Warriors. Final stats, a 3-2 winner for Pulaski Academy. Boy, as you expected with the way this was so back and forth, most of the stats are pretty much mirror images of the other.
They really are, and we understood how big service was going to be in this game, and we talked about the aces for Westside with 11, but the Bruins aces 7. Those came in those last final sets. And that was really big for them. And of course, the height, the advantage there with 12 blocks to double the blocks that Westside had.
Let's take a look back at our highlights, Alyssa. Run us through just really how awesome this game was, but the highlights from each of these teams.
Well, and this is where the height took such an advantage for PA with Lexi George early on before she did not play this 5th set to get the kills that she had and up at the net too with the blocks. But you have to look at Macy Milner, 21 kills for her today, and for Westside, really impressive showing up front by them. And then of course, my girl number 11, Rachel Ardoin with her kills. Impressed with her action today as well for PA.
Sure was a thrilling match. Lots of excitement.
A lot of back and forth.
I think that's one of the most tightly contested matches I've seen, certainly with the stakes as high as they are. Wow. Runs the full length. As a matter of fact, ran a little bit long, as a matter of fact. 120 is, I guess it's 124 now. Next match was supposed to start at 1 o'clock. That was the Class 5A matchup between Marion and Farmington. It's still happening, but they're going to get that one started as soon as possible. So if you're tuning in thinking you're about to watch Farmington Marion, it's ran long because of the 5-set thriller we just had. That's what's coming up next. Alyssa and Bobby will have the call, so be sure to tune in for that. Should be a lot of fun. Thanks so much for tuning in to today's coverage. The first match, the 4A state title, it's Pulaski Academy that take home the hardware, their first ever state title in school history. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for the 5A state title game. Thanks so much for watching. You've been watching the Volleyball State Championship 4A title at Arkansas PBS Sports.